Have you ever needed a portal for your Dungeons & Dragons game, but you wanted yours to be unique? If so, this video is going to be for you. This is going to be Dungeons & Dragons crafting portals that are inverted. Hi guys, I'm DM Dunn. Today I'm going to show you how I made a portal that I had hovering above my game table that made a little bit of a wow factor for my players. I was finishing up the Rise of Tiamat, and Tiamat was going to be summoned out of a portal, out of the 9 depths of hell, and into the realm. But instead of it just coming out of the ground like everybody else, I wanted to make mine a little bit different, so I made a portal in a ceiling, and she came dropping out of the ceiling. And I'll show you how I did it. So I started off with just some standard pink foam, and I took my hot wire knife and I just cut out just a random shape around the edges to get it looking something like that. What I did next is I just traced a circle. I just grabbed a little round circle of whatever it is that I had around the house, drew a circle, and then got my hot wire knife and cut it right out. And then from there, I took some of my cutting mats. If you've seen before, I talk about them from the Dollar Tree. You get 2 of them for $1, and they're a little bit opaque, not 100% clear. So I just cut it off, made it more of a square versus a big rectangle, and then took my hot wire knife and I just traced it out, making it go deeper but not all the way through. And then I took the hot wire knife sideways and I cut it open and then just cleaned it up big enough. From there, I was able to put the plastic inside of there. What I did from there is I took my hot glue gun and I just put some swirls on top of that just to kind of give it some definition. From there, I didn't take paint, but I took some washes, some different colors, and just put some random different colors on there to give it some kind of like mystical little glow, if you will. And after I did that, I just took some polyfill, and I'll put some links to all of this stuff in the description below. Some polyfill, and just kind of just loosely laid it across the top of all of that. And then I took a second one of those plastic sheets and just laid it right on top and just squished it down. From there, what I did is I just took one of these little random strings of lights. They're pretty small. And I just got some tape, just taped it to the top, and this set right on top. What's nice about this is you can turn it on, and then once it's going through everything, it looks something like this. And so, quick and easy, you got a cool little portal that Tiamat or whatever it is that you have coming for them can come through. Of course, I did paint my stone colors that I like to do here. So whatever color you like to paint your stones, you can do on the other side. And then what I did from there, in order to get it to hang from the ceiling instead of just laying on the table coming up, is I just put some just standard little screw hooks into the foam. Make sure that they were big enough that they had enough thread that actually bit into the foam so it had something to hold on to. I took some fishing line, hung it to my ceiling. If you're doing it, I did it in my garage, so I've got exposed beams, so it makes it pretty easy to wrap around and tie them on. If you're doing it in your game room and you've got like a normal ceiling, you can just probably get some nice tape, stick it to the ceiling, it'll hold the fishing line up there, and then when you're ready, take the tape off, and you won't mess up the paint or anything. What I had to do is I had to stretch it to the beams that I had exposed, since I didn't have a full ceiling, which meant I had weird angles coming at it. So what I also did in order to try to help is I just got some little metal rings that I had left over from, I don't remember what it was, just some little metal rings that I had from like links of a chain from a different project. I tied that to the fishing line so that I had these little links hanging down, and then I was just able to hang the hooks right onto the links just like so. And that made it a lot easier for me to be able to put it up and take it down. Now, I was standing on a ladder hovering over my giant 6 foot wide by 8 foot long table, and I was trying not to step on it on my TV in the center, so it was a little bit of a challenge for me. And what I was not able to do was to measure it and get it completely perfectly aligned with the right heights, with the different measurements to have it exactly the way I wanted it. So it was a little wonky when I first hung it up there. All I did, grab something with just a little bit of weight. It's just like a little table light. And I was able to set it on there, and then it leveled it out to where I needed it. Just moved it to where the fishing line made it nice and level. Why spend hours and hours of trying to readjust the fishing line when you can just put a little bit of weight on there and adjust it how you needed? So that's how I made a quick, easy portal that you can have hang from the ceiling and impress your players. It was pretty neat whenever they finally realized after sitting around the table for about 30 or 40 minutes, they looked up and goes, oh, they didn't even see it there. And then it got even more cool when I turned the lights on. So if you like to impress your players, this is a quick, easy way to do it. Do us a favor, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. Write us some comments down below if you like this, or if you've done something like this before as well. Maybe some changes or additions that you'd like to do to it also. You can also help us out by becoming a Patreon. You can support us on Patreon by going to patreon.com/dmdone. You can also help us out by going to our Amazon affiliate links. So if you need anything from Amazon, you can click our links below, get you into Amazon. Doesn't cost you anything extra, and it really does help us out. Guys, we thank you so very much. And until next time, have more D&D fun with DM Done.